Oops. That's not the command. This is the command.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Welcome
I'm
back,
never
folks,
so.
to the lands of terror! Last session was a doozy.
Correct.
On board Le Grifoni Grignande, our shard-struck sailors continued to battle the Arcanist Inquisition and Secundo, Benedict Augustinius Pemberton's personal butler. With the two groups trading blows, Dandin pulled off a great religious deception by proclaiming in the voice of the Archseraph Nicholas, Lady of Mercy, the Great Redeemer, that Ligrafoni Grignande was traveling under her divine protection. This, combined with a botched rally attempt by the Judge Imperatant, was enough for the Inquisitors to cease their hostility. Just in time, too, as Gorza enacted a bloody ritual, transforming herself into a minor Goristro and wreaking havoc on the ship. Womp womp. Together, you all fought valiantly to bring this demon of Tormak low. As John dealt the killing blow, he momentarily succumbed once more to Tormak's blood fury. But thanks to the words of his friend Elias, he managed to suppress that rage. But as for Coralia, her fate was less kind. After stopping Skrink from calling down a comet, the wizard was egged on by Choom to seize the magical potential for herself.
What a prick.
And despite Danton's pleas at her feet, Corey has vanished in a flash of magic. Mutedly screaming while scrunching something. Excellent.
The comfort slime.
And that's where we are now. Let's begin then with Corey.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and drag this up.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, Corey's been a fun character.
I don't wanna make a new character. She's hot.
Hot. That's true. Corey, with the sounds of your daughter beckoning you forward, you step through the veil separating the material world from those of alternate attunement. As the arcane magic parts and twists around you, your senses are overwhelmed and buffeted by sensations you are truly not equipped to interpret. A good thing, perhaps, for who knows what types of pain or pleasure they would bring to a mortal frame. Thankfully, it is a quick experience. Just as quickly as the magic warps around you, folding space and time, it ceases, and you are left floating in a void of stars. In every direction you look, as far as could be seen, stars, shining bright or faint, clustered together or disparate and distant, and the void between, yawning expanses of nothing but black, an absence of light, profound and meaningless all at once. Takes a moment for you to adjust to this new reality, Corey, but as soon as you do, you realize something very wrong indeed. You cannot breathe.
Grand. Fantastic. We love it.
What do you do?
What can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
See you in the stars.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything I can do. I will just lean my head back and let myself float, I guess.
You lean your head back and begin to float. As you resign yourself to this new state, it takes not as long as you might have thought before your body begins to burn with need for air. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
For sure. Not bad. 14? Out of Chrono Shift.
Corey, you take 5 points of what we call this suffocation damage.
Yeah.
Force?
Force?
Force
I
makes
guess?
the most sense. Yeah, it's just the magic of force.
Can I hear anything?
You do not hear
It's
anything.
silence, right?
It's silence all around.
This is gonna be the most sad way for a character to die. This is gonna be horrible. This is gonna be so painful. I deserve it after what I did to Kipling. Is there anything that I can do? Do I have anything? Is there any light? Like, is there a source of light that I can see?
As your body is starting to enter into a panic mode, and you look around frantically. Again, you see the light of the stars far off in the distance, but you realize that there is some light. It's emanating from you, from your body. It is shining with a glow.
Can I still feel the magic?
Yes. It is permeating through your body, exuding off of your skin. You are suffused, infused with more magic than you have ever felt before.
Can I don't have one left. But can I try to rewind the time that I have, like, the amount of time that has passed since I touched the cloud?
I see. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
And I'm good at those.
Yo, 21.
21.
On a 21, you frantically are attempting to access your chronal magic that this place is death. You know it. You can't survive. You need to get back. You need to rewind time. And as you're trying to pull at the strands of time, of fate that you do, you look around. There are none here to pull on but your own, and you're trying to pull on your own magic. And as you do that, you begin to interact with this potential that is still lurking within you. You begin to hear something again.
He's gonna be
You
like,
haven't heard
"You-
anything since
you
your
wanna make a
daughter's
deal?"
voice beckoned you here.
Yeah. Mhm.
And it is faint, but as you continue to channel it, it is growing louder and louder. Corellia! Hello, Corellia! Can you hear me?
Why did I know it was gonna be your voice?
We don't have
actually?
time. You need to pull on it. You need to channel. We don't have time. Here, let me show you.
Ugh.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Sure.
Shit.
24.
24. You feel very suddenly Choom's presence looms large in your mind. He is attempting to possess you in this moment, but you rebuff him. What are you doing? We're both going to die out here, you fool! Let me in!
Can I try and pull?
Do you trust me?
Can I try and figure out whatever he's trying to do?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Woo!
A lot.
26.
26.
love it.
You see it as he was attempting to seize control. Your minds were connected. They're always connected, but even more so in that moment. And you glimpse a spell in his mind that he was about to try. He was about to cast. He was about to cast an air bubble around you so that you could survive here for longer.
Okay.
And
I-
on that,
Can I try
26
and Can I was gonna ask? Can I use his ability to cast it myself?
on that 26.
Can I
in that
possess
moment-
him?
In that moment, there's not much of a possession taking. Again, he has no corporeal form, but you
Yeah.
possess his arcane knowledge in that moment and are able to use the magic in your body that you've taken control of in this moment, and you cast an air bubble around your head,
Oh, well,
and you gasp fresh air. What the hell did you just do?
what you were gonna do, just better.
Blah.
All right,
You know,
Jim.
I
how
can
do
never
we-
stay mad at you, Coralia. The balls on you, it's incredible. I mean, I think this time you might have done it. Where the hell are we?
I flew a little close to the sun. Hey, Icarus.
Ah, the sun. Which one?
All right, Jim. How do we get out of this?
You don't have any ideas of your own?
Well, I already tried to reverse the time that I've spent, but it
Nah, that's not gonna work.
nope.
I think we're gonna need to open a portal or something. Can you move? What? You're just kind of floating here.
Can I move? Am I able to move?
You move your limbs, certainly, but you are not able to do anything other than kind of flail.
I figured
If you're
as
trying to
much.
move. If you want to try something else, go ahead and tell me what you're going to try.
Well, I have expeditious retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So could I? I mean, I only have one first level spell slot left.
I think you would think, and
Probably
especially with
wouldn't
June
work,
kind of
given the
ankles,
fact that I'm. Yeah.
it's still gonna enhance your like physical movement. Here, this is not a space where physical movement is gonna do you any good.
Oh, I have Misty Step on my. But that's another physical movement thing. Fuck.
It's a teleportation. I think
have
you
it-
think that would have a better chance of
Okay.
doing something. Yeah.
But I have it in my like spells but I'm not in my prepared spells.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
$24.
Choom has it.
Do you
Listen, hey, I know what you're trying to do. Why don't we talk about this, eh? Why don't we set up a new deal where I don't try and take possession of you and you stop plumbing the depths of my brilliant mind just to see what I've got stocked for the day, okay? If you want to know something, just ask. And if I want you to do something, I'll ask. How's that sound?
Consent is very important. All right, Choom. Do you have something? Because we're obviously not on the material plane anymore.
No, absolutely not.
Do you have anything
I
in
mean,
your
what gave it
repertoire?
away?
Do you have anything that might be able to get us back on the material plane? From there, we could probably get back to the rest of the group.
I mean, the problem, right, is that some of the things that I could do, there are components to it. And I mean, like, if we wanted to do, like, a teleportation circle, it's gonna take some time.
And you'd need something physically to write on.
Yeah. I don't know. This is not ideal. And, like, we could try and do some of the higher level stuff, but I mean, there's dangers, right? Your body's not meant to start channeling that magic yet. You saw what happened. You ended up here. And again, I'm willing to take some partial responsibility for that. I might have been blinded by seeing what was there, and my mind got racing, and I didn't stop to think about what it would do to you and me as well.
This
in
is
your
a very
head.
bad
So,
apology.
What?
This is a bad apology.
It's not an apology. It's an explanation.
It sounds like you're trying to say
What?
sorry without saying sorry.
Why would I say sorry? I'm not sorry for. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just I'm explaining the situation. Yes.
Sure. I have an idea. It might be kind of stupid, though.
Sounds right up our alley.
The sigils that I have tattooed across my body that are my spells, can I try to augment them to be a teleportation circle instead? And then just use myself to cast it?
Wild. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I have my gloves still, so I still have my spiders to be able to move the sigils.
I'm sorry. What?
The spiders that are on her hands, the little gems.
No. I remember all that. It's the using the arcane sigils inscribed on your flesh to become a teleportation circle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wanting. That's wild
That's
shit.
Full Metal Alchemist or what?
Now, see, this is the kind of wizard thinking that's gonna take us places, Coralia.
I hate him.
This is absolutely not how any of this works. But I think we can make this work.
It is not. It is not how this works.
First things first, we need to lay out your skin.
All right. Why don't you start doing your tattoo stuff? I'm gonna start telling you some of the sigils you're gonna need to inscribe upon your flesh, and let's see if we can't get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm going to start to explain Corey's tattoos to you guys. So, the biggest tattoo that's on her body is a pair of snakes that go from the tops of her feet. The tails of the snakes are on the tops of her feet. They wrap around her legs and go up her back. That tattoo makes fireball. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the snakes so they wrap around each of her limbs and her neck to make an alchemist circle.
Amazing. This is gonna be great.
This is going to be painful.
Oh yeah, you've got no idea. Tell me, you're pretty banged up from the fight, aren't you?
I mean, I've seen better days. As long as I
well,
can get my body back on the material plane, someone can at least resurrect me.
That's priority number one, right? And let's just hope that there's like someone who can heal you nearby, cause I don't know. As you start, as you start moving your tattoos, shaping and changing them into the beginnings of a teleportation circle, with the knowledge being imparted to you by Chu.
Mm-hmm.
We'll return.
Ah, fuck.
To Le Griffoni Grignande.
We hear any of that wild conversation that's happening?
They would technically
No.
hear Chu. Oh, you don't. They don't hear any
You
of it.
do not. You do not hear any of that.
You're on a different plane.
Different plane of existence.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
Different channel. She's in a different channel.
I'm panting. I just killed that Garistro.
did.
The Gore's Ristro. Don't think I didn't notice that pun, Blake.
That's just what it's called, but yeah, I mean, I'll take credit.
No, but you named her Gorza.
Oh, word.
Gorza turned into a Goristro. I said, yeah.
Who could have seen it coming?
Part of me doesn't think Blake actually saw that happening.
Hey, Val, why don't you shut the fuck up?
I'm just here to give Blake credit for
Amazing.
things he didn't do. That's my favorite pastime.
So sweet of you.
So
Captain Dubois is dead though, right?
We
Like, he's like-
we return to Le Griffoni Grignande, where we see. Did I change the scene? Yeah. Where we see a slain Goristro, a dead Captain Dubois, injured John has dropped unconscious, is back up. Dandin has also dropped and is back up. Adea has thrown out some heals on you previously. Elias is looking, I think, pretty okay, right?
Yeah, Elias is fine.
Although Elias did transform into a horrifying abomination.
What are you talking about?
Have I
but is
seen
back
Elias
to
turn into a
Elias.
horrifying abomination?
No,
before?
but the horrifying abomination
No,
turned into
I
Elias.
turned into Elias. Yeah.
Elias's
It was
whole
that
game
way,
plan.
not the other way. Yeah.
Elias's whole game plan is to just gaslight you guys until you don't believe what you saw.
You see all of this, and then Dandin.
Yeah.
You are at the feet of where Coralia was as she was whisked away.
Mm-hmm.
The like magic that she had taken control of, distorting time and space. And you see that where she once floated, you see a small little like speck in the air. It is a speck of like scintillating light.
Hmm.
It's shifting colors and crackling with magic. As you're looking at it, you feel a wave of magic surge outward
Ooh.
through you and everything around it. You see Adea close by, her eyes widen
Yeah.
as her form like glows faintly and brighter with verdant magic. I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Great at those.
Also pretty good at con saves. 19?
I was being facetious. I got a 10.
Elias?
Uh-oh.
Elias, you're muted.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Oh, he rolled. Ooh, he
That's
got...
the last one. Alright.
Okay.
Yo, Elias and I have the same plus to con saves.
Yeah. Okay, I'm tired.
John and Dandin, as this wave of magic surges out, you feel it pass through your body and you feel it rejuvenates you. It surges through you. You both regain a spell slot of the highest level available to you instantly, as your muscles tighten and this magical potential restores a spell slot to you.
Interesting.
Elias, I now need you to roll me a D100.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna roll
boy.
for Adea as well, because she also fucked up.
Wild magic, wild magic.
81. Pretty good, right? It's pretty
You
good.
got what?
81.
81. Okay. Brutal. Elias, as the magic passes through you, you feel your body weaken, but not just your body, your mind dulls. Every kind of ability score gets affected. For the next hour, anytime you roll an ability check, roll a d6 and subtract the result.
Mm.
Subtract it from the result.
Okay.
And then for Adea, Adea got a 66.
Adea explodes.
Oh, the like natural growths on just kind of like on Adea, like the leaves in her hair, the vines kind of woven into her clothes, they all instantly wither, appear to die, and a noxious odor is exuded from them. Uh, Dandin, give me another Constitution saving throw.
19.
You were able to kind of step back from some of it. You still get some of it in the face. You almost get stunned,
Yeah.
but you were able to dodge it.
Understood.
So wait, what? D6 on any ability checks for the
Any
next
ability check for the next
hour?
1 hour.
After that pulse of whatever that was, does that little moat disappear?
Oh, on the contrary.
Yeah.
As this wave of magic rushes out, you see the speck shudders, and then it swells in size. It goes from a point, like, less than an inch, to an orb with like a radius of 5 feet in half a second.
Dang.
It is humming now, Dandin, beside you, a deep thrum that you feel in your heart. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Dandin.
Okay.
John or Elias, you could also do one if you wish. You definitely see
Yeah.
this take.
Can I thorn whip this into my hand and get it?
Yeah, go ahead. You cast Thorn Whip?
Oh my god. Sure, I'll make an Arcana check. I'm totally proficient.
I'll also make an Arcana check. I'll do
Yep.
that.
I have a +0 to Arcana, but I got a natural 19.
Wait, I subtracted
I got a
these
14.
six. What's that one?
Out of 14.
Oh, really, bro?
Okay, give me those totals again, sorry. Yeah, 19 you said, Dandin?
19. Unless I can use guidance.
I think in this moment you were just kind of like
Yeah.
reacting to what's happening.
100%. 19.
What- Okay, 19. John, what did you get?
14.
14. Elias, did you make a check, or are you just throwing out a Thorn Whip?
Yeah, I like mine. Let's see how many R/D6. Watch me get negative. -2.
This is some magic bullshit, Elias. Certainly. Elias, you throw out a Thorn Whip. The moment the Thorn Whip connects with the sphere, it is dissolved. Your Thorn Whip instantly is dissolved. No effect upon the sphere. On a 19 Arcana, you, Dandin, feel that thrum of energy
Mm-hmm.
within you. It almost seems like pleased.
Mm-hmm.
But more than just pleased, it is expectant. It is. You think it's gonna do something again.
Interesting.
This is not a one-time thing.
Uh-huh. Oh boy. Logic would dictate that each time it does something, it's going to keep getting bigger. And that makes me a little scared.
And then I'll say too, with your passive perceptions, Elias, you are noticing that the ship is. It's not just the people that are being affected by this. The ship is starting to become affected as well. The deck beneath it is warping
Oh, boy.
inward. This thing is, having a negative effect on physical things close by.
If I standing really close to this thing, this is stupid. Can I try to mold it or move it or do something with my own magic?
Yeah. You reach out with your magic. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
And describe for me, yeah, if you're using a spell, if you're just making a check, what you're kind of trying to do here.
I am. I'll make the Arcana check first. Really bad.
It's taken.
It's a 3. But what Dandon is trying to do is trying to, and I'll just burn. I got an extra spell slot back. I'll burn spell slots in an attempt to like channel it or like I want to move it. Ideally, I would like to magically push it away or absorb it or do something. Like I want it not here anymore.
And you said you've reached out to do that with your hand?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to touch the edges of its magic with mine.
As
more
you
than
reach
anything.
out to touch it, and you were intending to expend this spell slot,
Yeah.
you can have a choice, Dandon.
Oh no.
As you reach out, and on that Arcana check, you were unsuccessful in asserting any iota of control over this. You can either, through that spell slot, roll again,
Uh-huh.
or you can roll and reduce the damage that you're about to take
Oh
as
boy.
your hand reaches out to this.
Okay. So
You would have the damage you would take.
right. So I have an opportunity to take a shit ton of damage, but possibly be able to affect this thing.
Yes.
Or have the damage.
Yeah. Or you pull back and you use your spell slot to basically like save you from all of what is about to happen.
Right. I think this is the face of overwhelming arcana that Dandon has no understanding of. Dandon will expend everything they have to just full retreat, like not being.
You're backing off. Cool.
I just back away and I very like worriedly like look over my shoulder towards where John and Elias are, and I just say, we might need to get off the boat.
You take 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
As they reel back, I grab Dandon back and that thing.
Yeah.
Did it swallow?
Mr. Cipriano, get off the boat!
Elias, you've got really great passive perception. Go ahead and roll me a history check to see if you noticed anything during the fight.
Oh, minus D6.
Right.
12.
A 12. You saw a window from Cipriano's cabin got like shattered, and you saw 2 people jump out like halfway through the fight. Cipriano dipped a while ago with Rafina.
And then they're gone.
Okay, we should go.
You hear Groknar, and Danica. Or just get him up. We need to get him to a healer. Dea. And you see Dea is just horrified at what has happened to her and is staring at the orb. Figgis is trying to back up. He's like helping Thomas get down from the rigging. Dandon, Thomas is staring at you, horrified face. Still very much apparent. What do you all do in this moment?
What does the shoreline look like right now?
You
around us.
shoreline. It looks like. Oh, that's your alarm, Kyle.
Thank you.
It looks like about a kilometer, basically, to either bank.
Oh fuck.
It's
Oh.
widened. Here.
Widened considerably. Hmm. And is it like a rocky shore? Is it more sandy? Like, what's the topography like of the actual shore?
Let me just ping y'all back over to the map.
Cause I think I'm gonna beach us probably. That sounds good.
Yeah, so you guys are like coming up right basically to this fork, where again it has widened here. It looks like you see some rocks, obviously, but it's not like it's sharp rocks. And it's definitely not like beach or anything like that. It is, yeah, just kind of like you see some grass, some hills in the distance. I mean, you're relatively close here to the Rockteeth Mountains on your west, and then the Grove Maze to your east. I think, John, looking at the shore basically on either side here, it could be a lot worse. If you can make it to the shore, you'll be okay.
Can I try to pilot the ship north towards the rock teeth?
Yep.
Because I was right next to it, and I was like leaning on it for support at the end of that
Absolutely. As Dubois gets pulled away, you step up to the helm. Go ahead and give me, what are the rules again for vehicle checks? What score is that?
fight.
Water
See.
vehicle check.
Yeah, water vehicle.
Let me make it a wisdom check. I'm not proficient, but can that be the stat?
Strength.
It would be the same as a tool proficiency, right?
Because you could argue strength.
I mean,
Strength.
Wisdom.
I would allow. Yeah, strength makes sense to me.
Strength or
Okay.
wisdom.
I'll say strength.
Uh,
Just keep it simple.
13.
You know what? Fuck it. Wisdom makes sense too. You have to be wise to pilot a ship. An
13.
understanding of sea. 13. Excellent. And you added your proficiency to this?
Oh, I did not add my proficiency. No, if I were to add my.
Do you have? Sorry. Do you have proficiency in a water vehicle or?
I have proficiency in land vehicles.
Fuck, eh?
I
So
don't think they
close. So
trans-
close.
I don't think they translate at this era
No,
in
Absolutely not.
time. So
Gotcha,
no,
13.
13.
You take the helm. On a 13, it's not the smoothest of turns, but the ship does begin to turn north towards. Oh, I'll zip back over to the map again here. Heading north towards the rock teeth.
And like I'm really like I don't care about saving this ship. I'm pushing us like into the shore line.
Yeah.
The shore as
This-
quick as
Like
possible.
I just watched that thing go from an iota of magic I couldn't see to this giant blip that Dandon actively expended magic to step and break away from.
Yes.
That's a time bomb as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about the ship.
By the way,
So
Blake,
truly the shortest path possible is what I'm going.
did I expend both of my spell slots to get away from that?
The highest, you said.
Okay,
The one you said the one I got back, so.
okay, got it. I only have first level spells.
Yeah.
so.
All G.
I'll say, everyone, we need to leave. Get out of here. And I'll grab Danica and kick Grocknar off the ship.
Kick Grocknar off the ship.
Go, Grocknar. Jump.
Grocknar. You see he
The
looks
ship
at the
is fit to
orb,
Explode. Be ready
raises.
to abandon the moment you can. Swim as fast as you can to shore.
Skrink. Points at the orb.
Skrink's in the water.
Oh! Whoosh, jumps off instantly. Skrink.
I'll have some of my cloak bears grab Captain Dubois.
Awesome. As you all start scrambling to do this, Dan, what were you doing?
I am going to we're just on a collision course for the shore at this point.
North Shore, yeah.
How
Yep.
how close are we at this exact moment?
It's a ways away. Like you see it in the distance, but it's like about a kilometer, like half a mile or so.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I just look at John. What do we do?
Back away from it. Once it starts pulling the ship under, jump off. And
Okay.
swim to shore. As fast as you can.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna need another Constitution saving throw from everyone that's on the ship. From Elias, from John.
I
from
already
Dan.
jumped off the
Oh,
ship.
you jumped off. You pieced out. Yeah, gotcha.
Boy,
Yeah, I
swims.
kicked Rockner off and dove
Yeah, you
right
kicked
there with
Ragnar.
Danica.
You said the
and
bears were helping
Captain
you
Dubois.
with Dubois, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
with
got 4
Danica.
bears.
Yeah, they all went off with you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw
They were the nearest
all these
people.
peeps off the ship. Figus is off.
I don't think anybody
Adea
else.
has actually stepped forward after gaining her composure and has raised her hands and has looked at you, Dandon, and said, "Will you help me? We must contain this."
I don't know what that thing is. Okay. I am not going to get close to this thing again, like
Yep.
danger close, like I was before. I will instead, like, through my guidance cantrip, like, just push as much of my energy into helping Adea with what she's trying to do.
Gotcha. Go ahead and move yourself back then. And then you are going to be throwing guidance onto Adea. And then, yeah, I need con saves from you, from the two of you, and then one for Adea. Adea's good.
16.
You regain another spell slot.
Hey.
And John,
I rolled a 17.
you regain the highest level spell slot available to you.
Fuck not.
As this wave
Oh,
pulses out, you see the orb shimmer and swell in size again.
Fuck.
As Adea throws her hands up to begin interacting with this magically, Dandon, you're throwing a guidance up on her. We're
Mhm.
going to swing back over to Vel, who has stepped out.
Oh no, she's still here. She just something fell off the desk or her back's not coming out. Did anything break, maybe? Okay. Oh, we're panning back over you. Should be back in a second.
No worries.
The baby is a thief, and he will
Yeah,
start
there's above my pay grade.
Elias be like, I'll help kill a demon, but like weird magic orbs. Sorry,
and on my vibe.
I'll kill
Not mine.
monsters.
I kill monsters.
Weird magic? Not my type. Not my.
Not mine.
I'm not. As you can see, I'm not proficient in Arcana.
Not my specialty.
Cat stabbed me in the foot when he bolted. And there's actually like a perfect like pleat of all of his claws where he just pushed off.
While we're waiting for Vel, why didn't you go ahead and roll guidance, Dandon?
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll a check for Adea.
She's gonna add 4 to it.
Fuck yeah. Oh, huge roll. Holy shit, I think she does something. God damn.
Ooh, huge
Let's
roll.
go.
All right.
Yeah, huge roll indeed.
Blake.
Yep.
For what it's worth, I don't know if it will have any mechanical benefit, but As John sees them there working together and having seen firsthand so many just tactile miracles, frankly, in the last 45 seconds to a minute, is praying, I think,
Oh yeah.
in this moment
Go
for
ahead and
them,
yeah.
for their success, whatever that matters or means.
Go ahead and give me a religion check. We love a religion check from these two.
The most religious people in the party got a +0. It's
The
all
least.
about faith.
We can
The-
talk about some training for proficiency and skills, folks. down the
The-
road.
Well,
the-
we'll talk about that. In the meantime, I did roll well.
Nice.
18.
Oh, 18.
Hey!
18 is good. Yeah, John, you start muttering this prayer, looking for just guidance and potentially, hopefully, something good can happen. You've seen a lot of weird things happen in the last few moments here. Maybe something good would be a nice change. On a 19 roll +4 +3, Adea is able to successfully interact with this sphere. You see the verdant magic in her flares even brighter, illuminating the ship in full in the middle of night here. This beacon of vermilion light. And as she holds out her hand, you see this sphere for a moment looks like it's about to swell even larger, but it in fact begins to push back, levitate
Ooh.
away. I'm going to say, where would you like Adea to push it? It's not going that far, but she is going to be able to push it. Where's the thing here? 15 feet.
15 feet. Like over here.
Directly
Yeah.
off? Yep. Gotcha. Yep.
It's either that or straight up.
We could do straight up if you want.
I don't know. I'm just a small child that Arcana just surges through. I don't know anything about what's happening right now.
We'll push
Our
it this
wizard-
way.
Yeah.
As it gets pushed that way, you see again the deck beneath it has been pushed even more, even further down. There's like a hole in the deck now that you can look down and see into the hold below. And as it gets pushed, it just carves that hole into the ship. And from there, we pan back over to Coralia. Coralia, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check.
So many Arcana checks.
All of them. Every single one.
Dealing with wacky magic.
Strange science. Ooh. 26.
26. A 26 is a great roll. You are making progress.
Thank God.
With Choom cackling and describing the sigils for this teleportation circle in your mind, you are creating it on your own body. You are the template for this teleportation that's going to take place. What's your passive perception?
11. Am I gonna get hit by a barge flowing through the astral sea?
Yeah, weird. As you are focusing on this, you don't notice it until you suddenly do. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You are being watched.
Oh.
Something is watching you.
Oh, don't like that.
As you stop
like
and notice that, you hear, "What are you doing? You can't stop!"
Something sees
What?
us.
What? Something? Who the fuck would it be out here, Coralia? Go to give me a perception check now.
Something weird would be my guess.
Yeah, things are going very well.
17.
Looking around you, you notice a shape in this void.
Ah.
Its form is more abstract than material. It appears as a star-filled, hooded silhouette.
Oh no.
Uh,
Not the
this
man.
star-filled, hooded silhouette, it's got 4 arms as well, but kind of any other detail is obscured, is lost to you. It's silhouetted. It's not Aeon. Aeon has 2 arms.
Blake, can you throw that picture up again? I accidentally clicked
Oh yeah, sure.
here before I could see it. Thank you.
Who's
I mean,
there?
that's Aeon, but you know.
You get the distinct impression as you notice this form kind of coalescing and appearing from amongst the stars all around, that what you are looking at is old. It is
Like dead
older
god
than-
old?
yeah, this is fucking old. This is older than like
Blake, I don't
Any
want to make another fucking
historical
warlock.
figure.
Don't make me make another fucking warlock.
this is something much older. This is something unknowable. This is something forgotten
Oh
and
shit.
lost.
Oh no. Oh,
As you gaze
lost
at
things are
this,
supposed to
you
let
feel-
stay lost.
As you gaze at this, you feel the pressure in your head is dropping, and then the wind blows across into and through you. It is not of air, but it is of raw etheric energy, and with it, a voice. Someone has been tinkering with time.
Oh fuck. Oh no. I'm gonna quickly finish the sigil on my body.
You finish a sigil on your body.
Oh fuck.
You hear, "We're not done. We've got a ways to go still, Corey."
I don't think we have time for it.
Oh no. The wind blows again. You seek. You follow into the void. Above as below. What is it you seek, lost one? Don't answer that.
This is worse than Doc. I hate it. I hate it.
Was it not playing? Oh,
I thought you were doing it for like the tension.
sorry, it's not playing yet.
Uh,
Let's see.
how much time will it take for me to finish this?
That really depends on how well of a job you want to do.
Well, I want to make sure I go back in one piece and I don't lose any class levels.
Whoopsie.
So,
He's like-
so
Levels, and I'm
with
still level
that
more.
in mind, you can still do it and cut corners and preserve that kind of stuff, and really rush and finish it in a few minutes.
What are you sacrificing to do that in a few minutes?
Right.
To do it in a few minutes, as you're having this thought and Shum is seeing it, and he's giving you kind of some insight into it. It's gonna take a fucking chunk out of you.
Okay.
There is the possibility for like serious lingering injuries, like a lost limb, a sense that is affected. If you take more time than that, but still not the full, again, to kind of do this in full, it's going to be like about an hour, and you're a
Right.
few minutes into it. If you spend like half the time doing it, you might burn out a little bit and get hurt. But you wouldn't have kind of lingering injuries. And then if you take the full time to do it, as long as nothing goes wrong, you should be okay. So it's kind of,
Theoretically,
what are you
it's already
prepared to?
it's already a risk doing it on myself anyway.
Yeah.
To Choom, I'll keep the spiders moving, but I think I can buy us some time.
All right, just be careful, Kari. I don't know what this thing is.
Neither do I.
And can you give me an insight check?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
With advantage?
Choom is scared, isn't he? That is a natural 19.
Yeah, Choom is terrified.
Yeah.
Choom has like clocked what you've clocked as like this is older than Terra,
Yeah.
what I'm seeing. And yeah, is very scared.
I will call out to the entity. Why would a forgotten one waste their time on one lost individual?
Because you called out to me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
And then you hear it. I think Corey knows what she hears.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Your daughter,
Oh,
Skyla.
no. Oh, no.
Corey, would you describe for us what your daughter looks like?
Well, last time Corey saw Skyla, she was a baby. And she had dark, brunette, almost black hair. And eyes that matched almost the color of a nebula that radiated from the rune, the alchemical sigil in her chest that created her. But she was a baby when Corey saw her, and created her, so, you can have creative liberty on what she looks like now, I suppose.
These nebular eyes are the first thing that you notice. You see them in the void around you. Nebula themselves. They are the eyes of your daughter. And a constellation forms, sketching the outline of a babe. But as you look at it, you see space dust and light coalesce into an image of your daughter. Not just a constellation, but an image of crawling out of space near you. And as you see it twist and whirl, you see time begins to pass. The crawling turns into walking as your daughter ages, takes her first steps, and then is running around a cabin that you lived in with your husband, Cedric. She is practicing. She has a book open in front of her as she's trying to learn a cantrip, and she shoots something and it backfires and it knocks her off her chair. And her hair is all puffed up, and you're there laughing warmly, watching over her, ready to help her as she grows older and becomes an accomplished wizard. She travels, goes to academies, lives a life, buries you, and has a family of her own. And it's all gone.
I called out to something that I could not have. with greed. And I have laid my daughter to rest. Despite that, I know that I still want. But I have someone who needs me. And I'm not leaving him behind. I made a promise.
You see the image of your daughter again as a babe frozen in time, the last time you saw her. And the voice speaks again, blowing through you. One made and bound with love, lost to time. But we will return. Look to the stars and see in them the signs. The time of remembrance approaches, of rebirth and renewal, of revenge. And you see this figure raises their 4 arms, beckoning at the stars around them.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Constellations begin to take shape. As you gaze at them, give me either history or religion.
21 for history.
For history. You're glimpsing at these starry forms that are taking shape here, and you see not just the forms they take, but what they represent. You are looking at ancient history. These are divine beings reflected in the stars, in the form of constellations here, lost to the stars in ages long past. You are seeing the lost pantheon of elder gods that first created not just Terra, but the universe in which Terra exists. Those who ascended into the void to face the unknowable etheric kindred, an encounter from which none returned. In their absence, the 4, known as the Tetrarchy, presided over Terra, but they left 500 years ago, consumed by infighting and corruption. But you are seeing this elder lost pantheon here, reflected in the stars once more. Not just arch-seraphs or arch-fiends, servants of the divines left to uphold virtues or vices. These are the divines themselves. But they are not alone. You see between the stars, in the gaps of these constellations, twisting around them, the void. It is not just an absence. You get the distinct feeling, a disturbing feeling, that it is conscious. It sees these divines. It knows what they are and what they want to return. But more than that, Corey, as you're looking at it, this void, it sees you.
Ah! No.
And as you realize that horrific fact, the images dissipate and you're looking at stars once more. And the figure with 4 arms has left as well.
Tomb.
Yeah.
Was I just given a prophecy?
Um. I. I think maybe. I think that might maybe be what that maybe. Maybe.
I have a question for God.
Yeah.
Corey's thing is history and like
Yep.
knowledge and stuff. Were the do I know anything about the ancient pantheon, or is it all lost?
It is entirely speculative. There are no names.
Ooh.
All
What
that
I-
people know about them is that that's the creation myth, is that elder gods made everything. And then they left because the etheric kindred were fucking with reality, with the world. And what happened after that? There are a bunch of different theories that have been put forth. Some people said they were victorious and that they ascended to a different plane, created new universes. Some people said they got gobbled up by the etheric kindred. Some people have said that they abandoned this world. But there are, most certainly no names known. What you have just kind of glimpsed, especially in like seeing all these constellations and then seeing the forms that are derived from that, that is like more information than any text has.
Yeah, like faces
like,
and
yeah.
like imagery of,
Yeah.
of what they are.
You saw like figures,
So
not just an entry.
yeah, my background is sage.
Mhm.
Do
Games.
I know do I know anyone or anywhere that would have the Solar Imperium?
The Solar Imperium is kind of a logical first thought, right? The Solar Imperium is led by an Archseraph,
Yeah.
by Imperius. And Imperius was an Archseraph of Nova, of like one of the Tetrarchy, of like
Yeah.
the four gods
But not
that didn't go. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were not these elder gods. They were left behind to watch over. So that's a possibility, right? I think Corey would always mind would go to Raven Court as like, I mean, that's where you did learn about this, but again, what you learned about it was that very, very
yeah,
little.
that it was nothing. Fuck. Well, how do I know if the returning of old gods is a good thing or a bad?
Does it? Did that one give you good feelings?
Not particularly. It made me feel like it was a starting from scratch type situation.
Yeah. I can see why. Yeah. I kind of picked up on that.
We need to finish this spell.
Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I made some pretty good progress.
Yeah, the spiders are like crawling all over her body to
Yeah.
finish the spell and stuff. She's got all 10 of them just deployed for fully.
Deploy the spiders.
They're little
Deploy the-
itty bitty white jumping spiders. They're actually
Deploy
very
the
cute.
nerd spiders. Awesome. As you keep working on that, we're gonna pan back to the Grifoni Grignande.
I think Blake just decided whether or not he's going to take us to 20.
Oh my.
Spicy.
Spicy.
That's a little spicy.
That was a lot.
I'm gonna go get some potato hat.
All right. Grifoni Grignande, where Adea has just pulled off the impossible and has pushed the orb, this sphere, 15 feet out, right over the edge of the ship. John, you are continuing to pilot this towards the northern shore.
Can I take a slightly, seeing that they've successfully moved this, if
Yep.
I like turn the ship, do our paths diverge or does it remain fixed essentially?
Uh,
That
it does not appear to be like connected to the ship. So if you think you move the ship out of this area, it will not be there. Certainly.
Yeah, I think I would like to try altering the trajectory so
Go ahead
we're
and give
heading a little
me-
bit more towards the river itself.
Yeah, go ahead and give me another vehicle handling check. Using strength or wisdom, your choice.
11, either way.
An 11. As you start yanking on the helm to try and pivot it real quick, you're catching some like choppy waves. Your movement is not as much as you would like it to be, but it does pivot. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move this bitch like over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hold on really tightly in case anything goes horribly wrong.
Adea is going to move closer. Is going to try and do the same thing. It looks like. Dandon, what are you doing?
I move right up there between them.
And you're doing another guidance.
Yep.
Cool. Elias, you are down in the waves. The ship has turned towards you all. Is closer now.
Actually,
Yeah. What's up?
finish
Nothing,
real quick.
go ahead.
Before I do guidance, do I get the feeling that like would protection from evil and good do anything in this situation for Adea?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna keep on with the guidance then.
Cool. Elias, what are you doing down in the water? Helping people swim still?
Yeah, basically, just making sure we don't lose Captain DeBuz's body, you know.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, the crew continues to swim away. You're heading off towards that northern bank of the river where the ship was heading. And has kind of diverted slightly, is heading a little bit more to the west now, but still heading largely in the same direction.
Don't miss, don't fall behind. It's been better than this.
Awesome. Adea's gonna make an Arcana check.
It's gonna add another 4 to that.
Today's gonna
Huge.
crush her Arcana check.
Hmm.
Oh no! Oh no! Does Adea have inspiration?
Adea does not have inspiration. All right. Okay.
Rough. That's rough for Adea.
I wish I could give the help action and guidance at the same time.
Can I give them?
You see as Adea
Oh.
tries, seemingly slightly confident in what she had just previously done, reaches out. This time, though, you see the orb shimmers. And for a moment, you see like the same verdant green magic that is emanating from Adea is reflected by the orb. And when she reaches out, her hand fully connects with this thing. And as it touches it, it passes into it. You hear her scream and pull back, and her arm from the elbow down has been severed. It is completely gone.
Oh fuck!
Adea is very hurt. Now I'm going to need
Oh,
a
no.
Constitution saving throw as it releases another wave. Do for Adea.
Uh, 12.
14.
Adea passes this con save, which is very funny. But the two of you both fail. As this orb is getting larger in size, the waves being released by it are stronger and stronger. I'm going to need a D100 roll from both of you.
I love that Elias just fucking left.
46.
80.
Alright, I'll do 46.
Oh, there was a bomb. What do you do if there's a bomb?
Insane. Absolutely insane. I need to... This is such a cool interaction. What the fuck are the chances? That's insane. Okay, now I need to read you. Oh, we're gonna have to make a roll for that for sure. All right, and then, so that was for that. And then John, what did you get?
Oh,
An 80.
An 80.
that's one off from what Elias got.
Mm-hmm.
8. These are some very poetic rolls. John, as this wave of magic passes through you, you feel your essence attune slightly. You feel beside you, right, is the corpse of the Goristro. As you're looking at it, you see it's like partially starting to disintegrate and like burn away. It looks like it's like leaving this place. But with the presence of that corpse, you feel like in your bones how much you were affected by this encounter with it, right? This demon of Tormak is a very personal thing for you, certainly. And as you're staring at it, you feel, as you utter that prayer go off as well, the prayer kind of descends on you and shapes this magic surging through you. And you are protected from fiends for 1 day. They cannot harm you or attack you unless they succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC.
Oh, hey.
So make note of that. That will last for the remainder of this day.
That's dope.
Sorry, for 1 whole day, so for 24 hours. And then for... This is wild. Dandin.
Yeah.
As the magic warps out, I mean, you saw what happened to Adea, right? Sometimes it's doing good things, sometimes it's doing gross, nasty things, and as it surges towards you, getting larger and larger, you saw it take off Adea's arm at the elbow as she tried to interact with it. This thing is getting scary, right?
Yeah.
And as the magic flows through you, that fear manifests in, like, I need to be protected. I need to be protected, and I need to protect others.
Yeah.
And appearing around you in a radius of 15 feet is a circular wall of force.
Ooh.
Yeah, insane. The wall remains for 1 minute as this wall appears around all of you. 15-foot radius is pretty good.
How does it interact with the sphere?
And that's what we're about to fucking resolve. Because
Sphere
as
just
that
bounces
surges
off of
out and this wall of force begins to appear, the sphere grows again. There we go.
Bye, Adea.
Okay, so the wording of wall of
Adea's in the force.
Adea's in the wall of force. So wall of force states that it's an invisible wall of force that springs into existence, blah blah blah. Normally you can choose, in this instance you cannot. It took that shape. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic. A disintegrate spell always destroys it, blah blah blah. Goes into the ethereal, blocking ethereal travel. Well, this thing is also doing some shit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a straight up luck roll to see which is going to supersede in this instance. Regardless of that, if this sphere triumphs, the wall of force will be destroyed, but it will have pushed it back.
Yeah.
And if the wall succeeds, it's getting pushed back and is not being destroyed.
Amazing.
So who wants to? I think Dandon, it was channeled through you. Go ahead and roll me a d20. On a 1 through 10, it's getting destroyed. On a 11 through 20, good times.
It's a 6.
For a moment, Dandon, you have joy in your heart. You've saved your friends. You saved Adea. Oh god, Adea, look at her arm. As this circular wall of force appears around you, and you see it glowing with golden light, and you think you can hear for a moment Nicholas's a sound of like approval. Until there is another even deeper than before, so deep it's like a whale's call or sounding. The orb hums again, and the wall of force is shattered. The sphere gets pushed back.
It's just the start of a Final Fantasy boss fight.
Yep. Shatters in particles of magic.
Golden feathers.
Yeah, wild. John Dandon, what do you do? Adea is incredibly hurt. Has dropped to a knee, and again is just holding up the elbow.
Yeah, I'm right behind her, so I just run up and immediately just because I presume that the magic cauterized whatever happened, but I will just force a cure wounds into her.
Yeah, you see
with one of my spell slots.
Yeah, go ahead and expend that. John, what are you doing?
That was handled. I was more worried about potentially somebody bleeding all over the deck and then bad things happening there, but that's fine. How is the string of our companions doing in the water right now? They're obviously trailing
look out.
behind.
Yeah, they're kind of off to the side of the ship and are trailing behind, but they seem to be going all right.
They look like they'll probably pass by this orb well enough. If it's growing at its current rate.
Yeah, like at the current rate
Can I
that
make
it's
an
growing.
insight check on the orb?
Go ahead and give me an insight check. As you're trying to extrapolate, like, oh fuck, how big is this thing gonna get?
Roll. 12.
12. So it's grown this big in about 18 seconds. If they're real slow, there's gonna be problems. You think they need to pick up the pace?
John looks out over the ship and just yells at them to swim faster.
Elias, with your passive, you have certainly clocked that. You also heard the scream of Adea. Again, very counter to the very tranquil air about her at all times. And if you look back, you see again, it has grown very large.
Moving, Thomas.
You see Thomas. Thomas is really fighting. It doesn't look like he knows how to swim that well. You see that some of the Coke Bears have. Two of the Coke Bears really kind of are helping Dubois, and Danica's helping to carry Dubois as well. Two of the Coke Bears leave and are starting to help Thomas instead. Grocknar is like way the fuck ahead. Grocknar is like almost keeping pace with the ship.
Has Grocknar collected Skrink?
Grocknar does not appear to have collected Skrink yet. You see him like looking around kind of everywhere. He's still trying to.
Because Skrink and Keg were in the drink, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Alrighty. We're gonna do another round here. John continuing to pilot.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me that handling check.
Oh, you want to try?
Adea, as you drop that cure wounds, you see it takes some of the edge off, and the tears on her face kind of stop rolling up, and they kind of lift off and fly away as little watery birds.
Can I just whisper to her, you control the elements, right?
Yes.
Then that thing's not on the ship anymore. And I point at what remains of our sails. Can you just make us go faster?
I can, but it is connected still to your friend Coralia. And I felt her. She is trying to return.
Oh no. Fuck! God damn it.
Fuck indeed. Also, god damn it.
I will try. Child, help me stand.
Yeah, I just help her up.
As she's struggling to stand, and I put a hand out to her
Mhm.
and dump a second level cure wounds into her.
Yep. Go ahead and roll that.
18 points of healing.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Ooh, good healing, yeah.
Yeah, 7 and 8.
Stands up a little straighter. Very well. Awesome. Corey,
God.
you have been continuing to work on this teleportation circle on your body.
Mm-hmm.
At what pace, like at what point, so again, you were not going immediately, right? So you weren't risking all that horrible. Did you
Mhm.
want to take that full hour, or were you still trying to condense it?
How long does air bubble last? Do I know?
8 hours, right?
I think yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8
I think
hours.
it's like 8 hours.
Air bubble lasts for 24 hours. That's
Okay.
insane.
Nice.
Hot?
Yeah, there's no worries about that. The worries is about like what's out there, I guess.
I will try to pick up the pace.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah. We don't
Awesome.
have enough time. And if I lose a leg, it's fine. I'll just build another one.
It's not fine.
All right, now, yes, I. Not there, spider, there!
Break a leg, bro. Yeah.
Awesome. With that in mind, then, we're gonna need another check from Adea. John, you've dumped a heal in. Dandon, are we still going with guidance?
Can I, because she's now missing an arm, can I instead give her the help action?
You can give her the help action.
Mm-hmm.
That will involve you
Yeah.
offering a hand, basically.
And would you want me to roll for myself, or would you want her to just have advantage?
What's your in bonus?
+2. No, I think it's +0.
Adea's got a better bonus. We'll roll for Adea.
What's better, advantage or plus a potential 4?
I don't know, man.
We're
mean,
going.
well-
I'm gonna give her advantage.
You step up. She looks down at you. We need to do this for your friend.
Okay.
And together you two raise a hand. I will roll this check with advantage. I'm gonna roll it one at a time.
Spicy.
Spicy. So that's a 2.
2.
That's
That's one more than the last roll.
Let's go.
Go. That's pretty great.
I'm not
That's
gonna.
the same as. Woo.
20.
22, I think.
A 22 is good. It's a great roll.
Points.
That was.
As the two of you reach out, you tap into the magic of this sphere and are instantly overwhelmed by it. As it's been growing in size, it's been growing in intensity. And as you reach out, Dandon, you see what Adea was talking about. You are not here. You are in a void of stars and space, and you see Coralia floating with this bubble around her, and her spiders moving over her body, tracing arcane sigils across her back, over her arms, creating what very much looks like a teleportation circle.
I don't know what that is.
But you don't know what that is.
Yeah. But I see that she's just in a bubble in space.
She's in a bubble in space, and you very much get the sense that the place she is in is hostile.
Yeah.
And there are things that are approaching.
Oh man.
On a 22,
Yeah.
which is a great roll, but it does not meet the DC of 25. We're now going to roll to see which hand connects with this thing.
Oh fuck.
And the damage in this has been increasing as the orb has been increasing.
Yeah.
As you reach out, we're going to resolve that roll in a minute. I'm going to need a constitution save from the two of you and from Adea,
Natural 20.
because this might impact things. Adea fails. DC is now 20 on this, by the way. John, what's your con save?
Good. Not a 20. At 18.
Roll me a D100, please. 45. As you feel the magic settle into you, offering you protection against fiends, against creatures of the devils, against creatures of Tormak that you've sworn to not join once more, you begin to glow. Roll me 2d6, please. What was the number?
I rolled a 6 and a 2.
8. For 8 days, you will glow bright yellow as light is shining from your skin. Any
Amazing.
creature, so you'll have disadvantage on stealth checks, and anyone trying to perceive you will have advantage on perception. So go ahead and make a note of that for 8 days.
So, damn.
And then Adea rolled an 8.
Just be something that protects us for
Oh
God's
God,
sake.
no.
Worth it. Well.
As this happens, Adea turns to look at you, and her face contorts in fear. She is afraid of the nearest creature to her for 1 minute.
Awesome. Cool. 2. That's 2 of the crew.
Yep. Okay. And then, yeah, on a nat 20, Dandon, you regain 2 of your highest spell slots.
Shit.
Now, we roll to see who is going to connect with the sphere. Dandon, you can absolutely make this roll if you would like.
Yep.
On a 1 through a 10, it's you. On a 2 through, or an 11 through 20, it's Adea.
It's a 3.
I need to fill up some water. Give me 1 fucking second. Oops. Okay. Fucking hell. All right. Fuck it. We roll.
Yep.
How many hit points do you have?
19.
And what is your hit point maximum?
51.
Hey, that's a good buffer. That's a great buffer.
That is a
man.
great buffer. You take 45 points of force damage. Oh shit, sorry, I clicked the wrong D. Sorry, ignore that. I need to
Oh,
double
no.
check. I'm so sorry.
Was it
I
the
think I
wrong
rolled.
dice?
It was a wrong die size. Yeah, where's the fucking thing here? Yeah, sorry. These should be D10s. I'll try it again. /R space 12D10.
Not amazing, but
So you take 68 points of force damage.
That is exactly the amount of. That is exactly my current HP. And no, it's not. We're good. I miss it by 2. I miss it by 2.
Holy fuck! Jesus Christ! Oh my god.
But I am definitely fully unconscious.
Dandin, as you reach out with Adea, you see Adea grows terrified of you and pulls her hand back a smidge.
What are you doing?
And your hand is sucked in. You take 68 points of damage. Force damage, drop instantly unconscious. John, you see Dandin fall.
I drive the sword, not the bound one, but the one that I stole, through the spokes of the wheel into the wood so the ship cannot turn. And I run to Dandin, grab them by the shoulders, yank them away from this growing orb, and cast Spare the Dying.
You
Kid,
cast
I know you've
Spare
still
the
got some
Dying,
left in you.
and Dandin stabilizes.
I will then use my, if I can, I actually, on that level up, this is up to you, Blake, actually, because on that level up, I gained an additional 5 points to my lay on hand. I don't know if I would have an
I'll
Easy
say
beyond
yeah.
automatic
I'll say yeah. You
Yeah,
gain
Dandin.
power upon slaying the fiend, so
You have
The
5
demon.
hit points.
Oh wow.
Come on.
John, you save Dandin from this sphere that is rapidly growing in size and intensity. Adea is just running away from Dandin.
Cool.
Has jumped into the waves and is being carried away by them. Elias, look back and you see this. Sphere is about half the size of the ship at this point. You see John has stabbed the sword through to hold the helm, has picked Danon. Danon is bucked up.
Real bad.
Elias thinks, oh my god, why am I echoing? What the fuck? Hello? No. Okay.
That's fine.
Elias just keeps going, looks back, but thinks to himself, I hope they got out of there.
Yeah, we're
Nothing I can do about it now.
you're
I'm
you're
far
kind of
away, and
you've
I
committed.
told-
You're
we told we
over
were all
here on the
supposed to
map,
jump.
but yeah, you're behind the ship by quite a ways.
I don't
at
have
this point.
anything on me. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't even have a flying wild shape or anything.
I think we need to go.
Let's go. And I'm gonna pull the blade out, because I'm keeping this fucking sword. And I'm going to fasten Dandon on my back and jump off the ship.
As you are fastening Dandon to your back, over at the edge of the ship, Dandon, you are so hurt.
Yeah.
Your eyes, half-lidded, look back at the sphere as it trembles and swells in size once more. And in the center of this, again, scintillating array of color, you suddenly see it. A form is beginning to appear. Corey.
All right, I think we're good to go here. All right, this is gonna work.
Well, it's gonna horribly mutilate me. Either
if it
way.
doesn't, well, we made something happen that couldn't. You know, I like you, Corey. I hope this works.
There it is.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Jim. And I will cast the spell using his spell slot.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Or all of the spell slots I have left. I don't care.
So we're gonna treat this like effectively like a counter spelling of a higher level spell, where the check is going to be equal to, so teleportation equals a 5th level spell. So the DC is 15.
I rolled a 22.
Lovely.
Because I've been +8 to my Arcana.
Lovely.
I have one good stat!
And we're not done with it yet. As these markings, runes, tattoos, sigils on your body begin to illuminate, and you feel it activating, you have become this teleportation circle. But you are also a person on a teleportation circle.
Yeah.
If you wish to travel, you merely need to step into it, which is on you already, and activate it.
Okay, I'm going to, teleport works like you just think of where you want to go, right?
Yeah, I had the spell open here 1 second ago. It's not quite as good as teleport.
Right.
To a permanent teleportation circle of your choice. Now, the interesting thing about what all of you have in your head is you have permanent shards.
Oh.
That, in this instance, are going to allow you to teleport to the party's location.
One of them, right. Yeah, I will try to teleport to them. Because they're probably all I can feel. Alright, let's hope this doesn't kill anybody on the other side. I'm never gonna hear the end of it if that happens.
As the spell activates and you feel your body become the circle and become teleported, folds in on itself instantly. There is crunching of bones, the tearing of flesh, as you are inverted within yourself.
Hate it.
You are traveling between the planes, similar to when you first stepped in here. It is hard to comprehend what you see because you're not seeing half of it, you're not feeling it. It is senses beyond. As you emerge, as you reappear, you see bright colors all around you. You are reemerging in the center of this sphere.
Yeah.
Of this warping of the tides of magic itself that you inevitably, unintentionally created.
Mm-hmm.
To emerge here is not great because you're in the center of this like wild magic sphere of annihilation, effectively. But it is your magic and the magic of Skrink, shout out Skrink, that created it. And in this instance, in this moment, you have one shot to end it, to let it flow out of you for the potential to leave your body. And hopefully, there's a body left to return to.
Right.
It's going to be another Arcana check.
Okay. What's the DC? Am I allowed to know the DC, God?
Yeah, you're allowed to know it. The DC is going to be the same as for interacting with this sphere of annihilation, which is 25. Otherwise, you're going to take the damage, and it's not going to be great. Corey, what'd you get?
That is a 4.
As a 4.
For a total of 11. What a song shift. Fuck.
I don't got any of those chronal shifts left. No, you don't. You used all those.
I have a silvery barbs. Technically, I have 1 left. I kept 1.
It would just force you to re-roll and like take the lower roll, which is not going to help anyone.
No.
John and Dandin. You stand ready to leap off of the ship. Dandin, you sense something is happening and you begin to look at it. John, you had uttered a prayer not too long ago when all this started to go south. And for the first time in a long time, John, have you ever talked to Lady Nicholas?
I think back when John first asked for her help, I imagine there was communication back. But I imagine the times in between would be few and far between. So yes, but like very, very rarely, and they're more like, fleeting signs and like ephemeral, small signs like the wind blowing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The warm breeze washing over. It's rare that he would ever get words, if at all.
Both of you hear a word. 2 words, in fact. I'm sorry. You feel compelled to look back, John, before you leap off the ship. You see Coralia flashes into existence in the center of the sphere. Time slows. You see here, at the midst of this chaotic, roiling orb of magic, Coralia stands little chance of surviving. As she reappears and the magic begins to unravel her, both of you hear the sound of wings descending from on high. John and Dandin, you look. Elias, you perceive this from the water as well. Where the fuck is my art? The arch seraph Nicholas descends from the sky. A foot touches the sphere, and she enters into it, lays a hand on Coralia, and in a flash of golden magic, Coralia, you appear on the ship in front of John. And you all watch in horror as the magic instead hits Nicholas. The wings, the feathers on her back are the first to be destroyed. Each one sizzles and burns. Her golden light begins to dim. And as her flesh is consumed, she looks at the two of you and smiles. A mercy. John, the sphere trembles. You know what it's about to do.
I grab both of them and throw us into the water.
You leap off of the ship with Dandin and Coralia in tow. And as you begin to swim frantically away from the ship, the sphere grows. It cuts through Le Griffoni Grignande, splintering into two. You see the water around the orb has formed an indent, a whirlpool, and the ship is quickly sucked down into it. I'm now going to need athletics checks from John and Elias and Coralia.
John, you have guidance.
16.
19.
Great rolls. Elias, you've been swimming for a little while, so you're able to, again, skirt around a lot of this. Your rolls are made with advantage in this instance.
That's cool. So that's 9 minus 1 minus 3.
Jesus Christ. Oh no. You feel suddenly something is tugging on you, trying to like pull you under, you think, and then you see Grogdar. He's pointing back frantically. Skrink! Grogdar, Skrink! Pointing towards the ship and the sphere.
Wait, that's Frank.
Skrink!
I thought you grabbed him. Keep going, Grogdar.
Yeah, as you are having this conversation and fighting with Groknar, okay. So, sorry, it was John, you got a 16?
16, yeah.
16, and then Corey had a 19. Those are good rolls. You are making good time. Give me another round of checks. We've got one success for the crew right now. Success for folks all around. Natural 20, gain inspiration, and or give it to anyone who doesn't have it.
11. Can I use
11?
my inspiration to re-roll that if that does not
You
make.
certainly can.
That was also a natural
Nat
20.
20.
Elias.
Minus my minuses.
We're Elias. Looking around you, as Groknar is pulling on you, you notice in the far distance, close to the shore, a small lizard folk with a staff. Seems to be waiting at shore.
There's a scream.
Groknar, skrink, skrink. And he starts swimming. You guys make great time.
Oh my god.
Awesome. That's another success for John and for Corey. Give me another set of athletics checks.
6.
A 6. It's not good.
After a 19 and a 20, that's pretty.
14.
14.
That with guidance, John.
Yes.
The two of you start lagging a little bit. So we've got 2 successes and 1 failure for you.
Roll again.
At this point, Elias, you guys are good. You guys have got enough space, enough. You guys are heading towards shore. You don't think you're in danger of anything anymore. Looking back, Elias, you do see that John and Corey, and you see Danton on John's back. They are still kind of in this.
Nice. Can I tell from that grab Captain the ball?
Yep.
And then send 4 or 3 of my full fares back. Give them some
Yeah.
more. That will help.
For sure. Yeah, you send the Coke Bears back. Awesome. I'm going to say they're not going to make it on this turn, but if you guys fail and we go to a final roll, they will be there for advantage. For the help action on y'all. John and Corey, go ahead and give me another athletics check.
That was a 16.
That is a pass. That's a pass as well. You pull ahead once more. Looking back, you see that the sphere has reached a very large size. It is hundreds of feet in diameter. But it does not appear to be growing anymore. It has seemingly stabilized. The water all around it is a maelstrom. A great whirlpool has formed. And that's what a lot of you've been fighting against, is that sucking you back towards it. But at this point, you have escaped the current, the whirlpool, and the orb does not appear to be growing any further. After a moment or two, a couple of Coke Bears swim up, and looking ahead, you see Elias, and then the rest of the crew are just getting towards the shore fairly soon. What do you all do?
What the fuck is that?
Corey climbs ashore on her knees and gasps in actual air.
And as I ask that, I will pull my healer's kit out and begin actually doing something to address Danden's stump.
Elias draws a sword.
He didn't narrate me losing a hand.
Oh, I thought you took egregious hand damage.
You took a lot of damage, and when we start investigating, we're gonna roll to see what kind of injury you sustained.
I'm
Then I'm not immediately all that concerned if the child wasn't obviously hugely injured. So
I am going to draw upon the elements and draw a circle in the sand with my cane, and a healing spirit comes out of each or hovers over these guys.
Gotcha. Yeah. As you all get up to the shore, you drop this healing spirit. Go ahead and start rolling what you need to roll. Dandin.
Mm.
I'm gonna need a roll from you in 1 second here.
Okay.
You think for Grimpunk I would have this favor today?
One would imagine. The Grimly Terra.
I might be the only one who says this, but this is feeling pretty grim and pretty punk.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
16.
So unlike Adea, the magic did not sever your arm, which is great news. Your inherently magical sorcerer blood was able to kind of prevent that. Instead, that wild magic has festered in your blood itself.
Mm.
And you are suffering from a festering wound. So your hit point maximum is reduced by 1 every 24 hours that the wound persists. If it drops to 0, you will die.
Yeah.
So you will need magical healing to take care of that for sure.
Is that an immediate -1 starting now?
Starting now, yes.
Okay.
It's the kid's alive, right?
What kind of magical healing? Like greater
It doesn't
restoration?
specify. I'm gonna say if you want to just use like a healing spell, we're gonna make a check.
Okay, because I
if
have
there
one. I've kept one
Oh.
spell slot.
Yeah, that I would say that's what you should probably use then.
Okay, I
That
will.
doesn't work. I've also got.
Okay, I will do that. I will cast Cure Wounds on the child.
Cool. You cast Cure Wounds on the child. Go ahead and roll the heal, and then roll me a medicine check.
7.
7 for
points
the
of
heal.
heal.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for the heal, then a
Okay.
medicine check. Ooh! That's a tarnished 20.
On a dirty 20, you are looking at Dandin and you see that this magic has, festered in Dandin's blood. I think you think I'll have to like draw some blood and like do some shit there.
Okay.
This is gonna take like a little while to heal.
Okay.
But if you tend to this, perhaps after like a long rest or something, it'll go away. But it's gonna for sure need like a long rest.
Okay. Did anything happen to me? Do I know?
Corey.
Can I tell?
You felt yourself teleport to a center of a sphere of annihilation. For a moment, you were like, oh, I'm fucking dead. You felt your death. You felt your bones disintegrate and your skin become ash and evaporate. But as quickly as you felt that, you instead felt a calming presence, a warm light envelop you. You heard Nicholas say to John and Dandin, I'm sorry, and then say mercy. And then you felt her end.
Oh, fuck. I can take
But
care
you
of-
are okay.
I can fix this. I can make a I can make a tower to keep us all safe for the night. I just need a little time. And I will, dazed, stand, shakily and head, up the beach, to find a place to build the tower.
Gotcha. You head up the beach to go start setting up the tower. John, Danton, and Elias, what are you doing?
I would just go up to the kid, to Danton, and just kind of center my healing spirit on them.
Dandon is oblivious to all of the aid that is being given to her. She is not aware of what's being done with the hand and blood being taken and all that. Dandon is standing ankle deep in the shallows and is just staring at the center of the orb, and just golden tears are going down the face.
And John?
I think John is sitting pretty much immediately at the edge and doing very similar, is staring into the center of that sphere. And I think a hand clutches his holy symbol.
A holy symbol which, in the past, has shone with light when it was channeled, but also when you would utter a prayer. The holy symbol is dark. After a few minutes, you see that Danica walks over to Dandon, Elias, and John all by the shore. Dubois passed. We're gonna dig a grave and have you seen Adea or Keg?
No. Both went over the side.
What about our gracious owner? It's a piano. Anyone see him? Elias, again, you saw him
Yeah.
slip out.
They jump off, so I don't know what you're wearing this one, so
That's good. That's nice. I see Danica looks at Dandon, then looks at you, John, and Elias. She gonna be okay?
We should rest.
And I will place a gentle hand on Dandon's back. Like upper back, like not effectively on one shoulder. He's got a paw. So he just sort of, if
John, will you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
yeah.
That is my DC. You take no damage, but as you touch Dandon's skin, sacred flame bursts up and out of the skin.
You see Danica's rapier is out.
And I'm just still staring at the center of the orb.
Leave you to it then.
Down, my hand hasn't left your back, and just whisper.
Raleigh has survived the journey. Perhaps you should have a look. And I will lean back, and I will to go find where Corey was starting to set up.
You head away. John, as you head over to where Corey's hiked up a little bit at the side of the shore here, Corey, would you like to describe the process of you setting up this tower and also what this tower is?
I actually think, so, John, as you go over the hill to this open flat land, Corey's hair is fully pulled up and out of the way, and both of her sleeves have been rolled up, and you can see these almost like charred bands around her wrists and her ankles and her neck, and she has one of her hands is digging into the ground, pulling up wet mud, and she is making a alchemic symbol around a 20-foot circle, and she's muttering to herself. She doesn't seem to notice you.
John is going to sit on a rock or a log or something, with the sword, the long sword he grabbed, just sort of resting in his hands. He won't say anything, but just sit there and, I guess, keep watch.
Sorry, what's that?
I muted myself because Jacob was talking. After about 10 minutes, this very intricate, half-circled alchemical sigil is created in the ground with runes throughout it, and she steps towards what seems to be the front of the sigil, and takes out the scissors that have been on her back, and pulls a length of her hair and cuts it off, tossing it at the sigil, and as it does, it weaves into a spider's nest, like a funnel web spider, all the way up, and spins and curls, attaching to the trees around it before it solidifies, and cobblestones begin to clunk into place and build this tower. It's got 2 levels. The windows all seem lit inside. And the door is a deep mahogany. The cobblestones are covered in moss and spider webs. And she just falls to her knees at the door of it.
John, you see this tower, this respite is created.
What is the group at the shore doing? Can I look back and see them from where I am?
Dandin, you still staring out? Elias, you are watching over the kid. As the two of you are down at the shore still, after John and Corey head on up, a few minutes go by, and then you see riding the waves over towards you is Adea. holding one hand. The fear only lasted for a minute. And she steps onto the shore, walks over to you, Dandin, kneels down. A child.
I tried so hard.
No. The Lady of Mercy would be proud. And she sits down in the water beside you.
I don't know what to do.
I have lived for 437 years. I have seen so many lives, so full of hope, extinguished. This land is not kind. But every day, comes the same. I hope you find a path to follow, child. I cannot tell you what yours is. I do not think. Kind of glances over towards where Elias is standing. I don't think anyone can. I am sorry. She stands up and walks over to where the rest of the crew is.
I think as Adea walks away, there's a few seconds of just continuing the same before Dandin takes like a deep, shuddering breath and just begins to sob as loudly as they can, like they are capable of doing. That guttural scream of loss and not knowing and not understanding and just being so young in the face of something terrible. This is losing their parents all over again. This is completely world-shattering. And unbidden as they usually are, the cantrips begin to just surge forth, and it echoes with a thaumaturgy across the entirety of the surrounding area, just a wailing, sobbing scream of loss.
Eli- Elias hears this and slowly gets up from the rock he's sitting on and approaches Brandon, not caring about the sparks of errant magic that's hit him. He walks towards the number, stands over him, and puts his hand on her head and just looks at her. It's okay.
Um, this time, when the contact comes, Dandon just turns and just grips onto Elias and just buries her face into your clothes. It's a little radiant hot, but you're okay. And just continues to cry for a while. Just like Kyle has to continue to cry for a while.
Corey and John, you both hear the wails of young Dandon, and glancing down, you see Dr. Elias with them. Corey, you have finished building this tower. You've got shelter for when you need to rest, which is probably soon, but
I'm going to stand and walk over to John and pick up his hand off of his sword and pull him towards Dandon with me.
He will stand and follow.
And I'm just gonna go to Dandon and just hold him.
Corey joins the embrace. As you all stand there with Dandon, you see Figgis walks over, looks at you, John. Could I get a word?
I'll follow him aside some.
Yeah, you don't walk that far, just step. Give everyone a little bit of space. We're gonna camp here for the night. I don't know if Danica's mentioned, but Dubois is dead. And Cipriano is nowhere to be found. So I guess we were wanting to know what your guys' plan was.
Always jumped off a little early, but if we follow the river north, we should still be able to make it to some semblance of civilization.
Yeah, I mean, we could find. Yeah, Stenwald is. From where we are, it's a few days. But a lot of it's through the wilds, and then you'd have to hike through the mountains to get there proper. But I mean, without a boat, it's kind of our best shot.
Unless you think detouring around the foothills for another week is going to be helpful. Besides, it's not like things will be dark.
I was gonna ask about that. What?
I gesture vaguely at the orb.
Yeah, that kind of checks out. Right, right.
Tried to save.
You know, I've been sailing with sailed with Dubois for a few years now at this point. And I mean, you always see folk come and go on a crew, but this crew we'd had for a little while at this point. Yeah. Shame.
Indeed.
Alright, I'll
Well, if you require safety in numbers, I don't know if my compatriot was kind enough to make you. I'm sure even camping at the foot of the tower.
Yeah. No, I think yeah, safety numbers is good thinking. Yeah, we're gonna talk to everyone and figure out what we want to do in the morning, but yeah, I don't see why not we travel together for a little while longer. I mean, the cargo we were bringing to the mountains is gone, so yeah. But talk for the morning. I think we all need to get some rest. Do we? Why don't we each camp will provide a watch. Safety, you know, make sure that we're taken care of. Make sure that there's points out over at the orb. Make the thing doesn't get closer or anything.
Right. Sounds good.
All right. And he heads back over to you see where again, a little bit up from the shore here, not as far up as Corey's tower, but they've kind of started to set up camp again. Like, don't have supplies really. Everything was kind of lost on the ship, but they are starting to set up some stuff here. Got a fire going, and see Adea is still pretty hurt, has a little bit of magic left, and is getting some like good berries passed around.
Can I?
Think. Yeah.
I'm gonna look up to Elias. I'm not strong enough. Can you carry her back to the tower?
I just look around as
Gotcha.
And I will walk with Elias as he carries Dandon back up to the tower. So. Do you want me to describe the inside of the tower? Because I feel like it's gonna be really sad.
You don't have to if you don't want to, Vel.
I can. I've had it planned for months.
Why don't we describe the inside of the tower then?
Why don't we, the players, take an emotional break, despite the irony?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna help much. Walking into the tower, it is round. There is a fireplace at the end of it, facing the door. And in front of the fireplace is a black leather couch that has gristle embossed on the bottom.
Aww.
And then inside, there is an aged leather armchair that has a lamp and a small side table with old bound books and a pipe sitting on the table with a book and a bookmark on top. In the side corner, backed up against the door, there is a kind of like, almost looks like a pool with cool water in it and plants all around it, and beside it a small table with apothecaric supplies. And then on the far corner, next to a flight of stairs, is a little cubby that has a mural of wings, golden wings, and the sun with like clouds and stuff, and like a yellow hammock that is stretched in corners so that it's taut, with a little canopy over top, and just a mountain of plushies, all of some hue of yellow and brown and green. And then there is a stairwell to the corner. A small, like, area for cooking is also present.
Beautiful. As you all head inside here, you step into Corey's tower. And you look at the couch and you look at the mural. I think it does, occur to everyone that Gristle is not here. Gristle went down with the ship. You step inside. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Dandon is so hurt. I think in the time span of being carried up into the tower, the sobbing just kind of lessened and lessened until she's just fully passed out.
I can't picture where I can see a bed.
The corner.
Couch
The corner
or
is, but you can probably put them on the couch. I don't think they'll mind. I'm gonna go sit on the stairs up to the second floor.
Alright.
For what?
Coming back.
I don't think that my returning did much good. I thought that I could use the magic to turn the tide of the fight. So much was happening all at once.
I know.
There's blankets in the cabinet against the wall. If they get cold, can you make sure that they get one? Okay. I'm gonna go start work on a prosthesis for Adea. And she just starts walking up the stairs.
That was really intense. Holy shit. Ah, damn.
As Dandin finds sleep, John, what do you do?
I think John is sort of uh, just stands, mostly despondent, by the doorway. Probably closed it after they entered, but just kind of looks out at the space and just like takes it all in, but he doesn't make any motions to really go anywhere. He's got a lot on his mind, man. That was some intense shit. Yeah. I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of I don't knows. A lot of feelings of uncertainty and just he's dazed. There's a lot going on that is reminiscent of a lot of things in the grumpy guy's backstory. So I think he's just sort of doing his best to hang it, to
Yeah.
keep it all together.
Absolutely. John, unbidden certainly, you think back as you are processing everything that has just happened in the last hour. And the weight of the blade on your back is heavier than it's ever been. A blade that has ended lives, has spilled blood. A blade that it was said would be wielded by the avatar of Tormak. By one who would see Tormak triumph at long last over his long-lasting rival, the Lady of Mercy, Nicholas. It is heavy on your back.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
As everyone takes refuge, finds what comforts they can on their own in this tower that Corey has built. You can all take a long rest.
Blake, do I still have 2 levels of Warlock?
We will talk about that.
Okay.
And I will also talk to you, John.
It's a similarly important question. Yeah.
A night of loss. A night of change. But you will all have to rise tomorrow. And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Got me.